Hi there, welcome back to SaveWithCrypto. My name's SaveWithCrypto. It is Halloween, it is Friday the 31st of October, and I'm just trying to decide what to do with my MultiversX stuff. I haven't claimed my Xmex rewards for a few weeks. In fact, it says here 4 weeks, so I'm going to do that because I think it should be quite, should be quite tasty. Indeed, $91, that's okay. Most of that is Xmex, of course, though. Nevertheless, let's claim that. Now the thing is, the only thing I've got on Xexchange really is this deprecated position here. This is a MEX e-gold farm, and it's currently worth $2,500, and it's made out of Xmex rather than MEX and e-gold. So this is actually the illiquid MEX, the locked MEX, if you like. And if I was to withdraw that, I'd never be able to recreate this LP ever again, because there isn't that sort of farm anymore. I'd have to use MEX, the unlocked MEX, and e-gold. So my temptation is to just keep this running for as long as I can. However, I'm really tempted, to swap some into ZoidPay. But I do want to just check I can do that kind of thing. So I'm going to just see if I can swap, let's say 0.1 e-gold into ZoidPay, because I had heard this morning that it wasn't working so well. Okay, so that should get me 209 ZoidPay. Let's see if this works. So far, so good. One transaction to sign. And it says complete, so yeah, that looks alright. And yeah, you can see the ZoidPay down here. Okay, that's interesting. So I had heard reports that it wasn't working, but it is, so that's fine. Now then, I have realised that I just used a bit too much e-gold up. I've only got like 12 cents worth left, so I'm going to unwrap this wrapped e-gold here. So let's do that, unwrap. So it basically just swaps wrapped e-gold to e-gold. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I want to extend my shopping pool, because we can now see it again. It's on this stake.anotherapp.io/staking. So I think I should be able to extend that now. So extend that, confirm. Okay, so that's processing the extend pool transaction. Okay, so that says it's done. What do I need to do? Do I need to refresh the page maybe? Oh yeah, okay. Alright, that's good. Now unfortunately I still can't see the NFTs that I got staked. Okay, so that is my shopping pool looking better. Now I'll tell you what I did notice over on Xexchange, that for some reason I've got some MEX. I've got $76 worth of MEX, so I'm actually going to swap that to ZoidPay. So I'm going to trade that for ZoidPay. Okay, let's do that. And I'll see if I can make that into something bigger than $76. Okay, so it's now Sunday morning, the 2nd of November 2025. And you can see here the price of ZoidPay did actually come down a little bit. It looks to me like a lot of people were probably going to take profit as we approached 0.9 of a cent. I personally think it will go a lot higher. Now, if you're thinking of getting into this, a good level to choose might be quite soon, actually. I'd suggest that you get our indicator. It's called Quadzilla. You can get that from savewithcrypto.org/QZ. I will leave a link in the description down below. And if we look at that on the 1 minute time frame, you'll see that it puts in this retracement level here, that it has about a 91% chance of returning to. So I think that might be a good level there, that 0.0058. If you do it on Kucoin, because I did this last night, the liquidity is so poor there because it's such a low market cap coin, that you might have to do a market buy. Not financial advice, of course, but if you do choose to do it on Kucoin, then if you use smallish amounts, say like less than $500, and you do a market buy, that's probably the best way to get in there at the moment. Alternatively, do it on Xexchange. Once again, you might have to set the slippage a little bit high, do it in amounts less than $500 just to make sure your orders get filled. But yeah, I would say that's a pretty good level actually. In fact, bearing that in mind, I'm going to swap these other little bits I've got into ZoidPay as well. So there's like, $5 worth of USDC. I'm not sure where that came from. Probably like a, fees reward or something. So let's swap that. And I think there was something else as well. What was that? Oh yeah, USH. I mean, it's only $2.25, but let's do that. Okay, so that'll do for the moment. $83 worth of ZoidPay there. Now, if you feel like you've missed out on this pump, the reason might be is because you're not subscribed to this channel. Because I mentioned this token about 15 days ago, and I did a video about it, and I've also talked about it on live streams. And I did that when the price was here on this dotted line here. So since I mentioned it then, and I've mentioned it many times before as well, but that was the more recent one. Since I mentioned it then, it went up 190%. So you could have nearly quadrupled your money in 15 days if you'd have done that. So I think that's a really good reason to be subscribed to the channel and to make sure that you have the notifications turned on. We do live streams every weekday as well at midday UTC, that's midday GMT. I do them with my colleague and friend Maff, and we talk about TA, lots of things, crypto in general, and a lot of things that aren't to do with crypto as well. It's a fun show, so do come along there at midday every weekday. I'd really appreciate it if you give this video a great big fat like. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And while you are down there, please do make sure that you are subscribed. And above all, tell your friends.